5 days after Kyung and Sunmi created the storm, it was still growing and completely out of their control. The snowy vortex above Tong Dae City became enormous. Snow fell day and night, burying streets faster than anyone could clear them. The two wizards were powerless. Every spell they knew failed, and they could not stop it. Below, the city of Tong Dae began to struggle. Citizens were trapped indoors for days, with all foot traffic and transportation coming to a halt. Everyone began asking, where were those two wizards? The ones that always cleared the streets of snow and profited handsomely from their work every time. Kyung and Sunmi grew ashamed. They knew they had to own up to the truth. This once-in-a-century storm could only be stopped if more people could wield snow magic. But for years, the city had asked them to teach others. And for years, they refused. And why wouldn't they? Teaching others meant giving away the secret that made them rich. But now the storm they had created was strangling their hometown, and the choice they had avoided for years could no longer be delayed. So Kyung and Sunmi went to the city council and told them the truth. They had created this storm. Shock spread throughout Tong Dae, but there was no time for anger. The storm was still growing. So all those who had once asked the two wizards to teach them magic gathered in the town square, and Kyung and Sunmi began training hundreds of volunteers. Within a week, the new wizards had learned enough to attempt attacking the storm. With the snow and ice showing no sign of stopping, the entire crowd raised their arms towards the sky and focused their energy together. Slowly, the massive vortex above Tong Dae began to weaken. The endless snowfall slowed, and at last, dozens of feet of ice and snow melted away as Tong Dae finally returned to normal. But this restoration came at a cost. To raise up a large army of new wizards, Kyung and Sunmi had to give away their own powers. When the storm evaporated, their magical powers had disappeared completely. And that is what changed Tong Dae. It was no longer dependent on two wizards to save them from winter storms. Now a large group of wizards and citizens would share the responsibility for doing so. As for Kyung and Sunmi, they never manipulated winter again for their own ends, but they had a new, important role to play. It had taken them years to master the craft of snow magic, and so while others now wielded the power, Kyung and Sunmi became the ones who taught them how. And in time, people forgot that these two wizards had once ruled the winter alone. But they were remembered fondly as the first teachers who helped an entire city learn how to face it together.